Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Lost Podcast, where I just sat there and thought, is that the name of this show? It's only episode 3, and I forgot the name of it. Yeah, it's well, John, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Did you think within like the 10, 12 years that we knew each other that we'd be sitting here talking about cookware?
Absolutely not. I can honestly say that has never once come up in conversation.
Until today.
Well, yes. It's, well, I broke my grandmother's cooking sheet, and that spawned into, I think, almost a 10-minute conversation of how Nite's plates are cooking utensils are shiny, and Elizabeth has colored ones.
My most favorite.
This episode not sponsored by...
Yeah.
I was going to say, we need to get sponsorship if we're going to be talking about
Well, I didn't drop brands.
Like I said, this episode not sponsored by cookware.
Hold on, I think I have a... Let me look behind me. I'm pretty sure I have a role-playing system here that we could cook in. Actually, no lie. Probably Pathfinder 2 does have cooking rules.
Probably.
I'm looking that up. Pathfinder...
Oh, gosh. This is a real rabbit hole right now.
2... Welcome...
Took us 30 seconds.
Welcome to normal podcast that I'm on. Like, it's...
Welcome to normal
We need to
stream
get back
time.
to the ghosts.
It's like normal stream time,
cooking
too.
rules. Oh, hey, there are.
Of course there are.
What are the cooking rules?
Okay, there we go. Wait, never mind. That's an ancestry.
Oh.
I mean, I imagine
Wait.
just straight up cooking.
Cooking
Yeah,
ancestors?
what is a cooking...
Well, it's so in Pathfinder 2 you have an ancestry, which is like kind of your background in D&D, but it's a little bit more like you get like it will actually boost stats, I believe, and give you skills for anything. In Pathfinder 1 there's cooking. I only know this because I played the video game. And they're pretty one-to-one. Well, not pretty one-to-one. Don't come at me, internet. I don't know what I'm talking about. But
Well, just watch. We're going to have cooking in Cthulhu, and someone's going to get poisoned and die.
to be fair, we had cooking in D&D. You had, what was it, mango shortbread or whatever it was? I don't remember.
I made
Cooking.
up something.
Cooking with Cthulhu would be a great video series.
That would be amazing.
Is it going to come out a confectionery or a Cthulhu horror? Stay tuned and find out. It's like, someone's got to roll a sanity check. And then that's when you get like the pre, like just the laugh track.
Yeah, right.
As cheesy as possible as the octopus arms come out and wrap around your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, this is the last show ever and the world. Bye. Oh man, but yeah, we have
fun here.
yeah, we're gonna have we have fun. We do stuff. We also have like a whole other world that we all play in, that where random D&D stuff happens in there.
It's true.
Yeah. So, and then, if you're someone like me who works on multiple projects before I even finish this one, I was like, well, I'm no longer streaming some of the days, but I want to focus on my YouTube channel. Just like how this show right now is on my YouTube channel. It's like, what could I do? And then my head's like, you could do like a whole long-form D&D or Pathfinder game to explore something in the world. I'm like, that's a good idea, brain. Thank you for creating more work.
Also,
So-
you might need to get more friends because
Oh yes, So last night when I was cooking, I was just musing about this on the stream, and I said that, and I think Nite, you were there earlier or something, but I said like, yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that, and it was like 2 seconds later, and Nite, if you heard that, you're not allowed on it. You're already on too many of my shows. So, yeah, no, that one, I like playing my friends, but at the same time, I'm like, if I want them to keep being my friends, I can't keep calling the same ones unless we get big bucks and I can give them money.
I'll take money.
That's the
It's
only
like-
way I'll see you every night is if you pay me.
Oh man. But yeah. So speaking about stuff happening at night, this game is happening on Halloween night right now, and yeah, we're about to go into the woods, and not in the fun musical sense. I like that movie.
That movie was
Anyway.
awful. What are you talking about?
Hey, I like awful movies.
That movie was cringy.
Yeah, well, I think actually when I watched it, it was when I didn't watch like any movies for like 4 years because of school, and so like that was like one of the
was your
first movies I
first
watched.
movie?
Your comeback.
Oh god.
Well, it wasn't the first movie, but it was like one of the few that I was watching, and I don't know. I'm a sucker for musicals, and I was like, yeah, I don't mind this.
I think it wasn't even it's been forever since I watched it, but I just remember getting to the end and being like, that was the worst morality lesson I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was so stupid. I don't even remember what happened, but I think everyone just like killed each other because they wanted to like, not really, that's not how it ended, but I just remember it being so like selfish that I was like, what is this? What kind of musical child's movie what are we teaching our kids?
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a child's movie.
Yeah, but it ended up being a child movie because it was a musical, and everyone thinks musicals are for kids.
Yeah, well, they also thought Gremlins were for kids, and that showed them.
That's true. So what happens when you don't screen your movies,
What,
parents?
30 years later, we still haven't learned.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Just
expect things to
same
be
thing-
changing or learning?
The times they are changing.
You're very sing-songy tonight.
I'm sing-songy most nights.
It's true.
But yeah. I guess real quick we can go around as some people may not know us. That was my fun intro question. That wasn't really a question. It was that's something I was trying to do a little bit, where it's like just to let the new people or people who have no clue who we are, which I guess would be new people, to let them know and get a little bit of peek behind the scenes that we are, well, most of us are friends in different relationships, and some just met for this show only. You can take your pick on who.
It's a guessing game. Who knows who?
Look, at least one of us has at least a friendship of at least a year with everyone in this call. You guys can take a guess of who that person is, and if you guess correctly, cool.
You get
Anyway.
you get fake cookies.
I'm not even giving them fake cookies. You get a thumbs up or something.
Fake cookies are easy. It's just the emote.
True. Or whatever YouTube is putting on their computer. But yeah, my brain forgot where I was going, and I just remembered your guys' names are going to be below your faces. But if actually we're going to also be audio format, so we got to also remember that a little bit. So, real quick for everyone, I'm Itisdpayne, Dave, whatever you want to call me. The keeper of this game, all homebrewed story, because I don't know how to do pre-written, because I have attention span of a sugar high toddler, and yeah, I guess whoever wants to go next. Let's see. Well, below me is Nite, so Nite, you can go next.
And you're to my left right now. Hi, I'm Nite, and I play games on the internet for fun or something. Meanwhile, I'm distracted as Itisdpayne is looking at the wall, I think. Well, actually, I guess you were actually looking at me there, so I guess that fits on my screen.
Oh, I'm gonna look through here.
And this is,
Hey there, little guy, how you doing?
and this is how easily distracted I am. But yeah, I play games on the internet, and I play Caleb in this game, and we're venturing out into the woods.
Into the woods.
My name.
There you go.
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My name's John. I also play games on the internet, although I do not stream them. I play various role-playing games with Dave here, who is slowly getting me into more and more of them as he goes along and comes up with them. I am playing Percival, who is a young little orphan slash blossoming thief.
So beautiful.
And I'm Elizabeth. I also get pulled into these games by Dave. I guess I play games on the internet, although much less than any of the rest of these people. Currently, I'm into power washing things, so that's fun. Online, power washing things online.
And there's someone else who's into that.
So relaxing. Actually, it's not. It's not actually relaxing. It's a little bit stressful, but, I'd like to think it's relaxing.
It's relaxing. You just freak out anytime
it's super
there's
relaxing.
a bunch of cobblestone.
When there's little, pieces of dirt in a trellis. Sorry, totally distracted. I play Cora Richmond, a 9-year-old girl who I think is going to have a very fun story, but I guess we'll find out. Don't know if she's going to live through the scary woods encounter. We'll see.
I'm sure the woods are fine.
Why does everyone think the woods are going to kill him?
Woods are never a problem.
As long as we don't get in
No.
trouble.
Like, in real life, if I go into the woods, I'll die because I'm allergic to nature. That's why I roleplay people going into the woods, for them to do
Smart.
things I cannot do.
There you go. That's smart.
You're allergic to nature. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, when you can just walk into the woods and not touch anything and come out with poison ivy or Lyme's disease, you would prefer to stay inside too. Like, here's the other fun thing. I go outside and then I'm allergic to the sun because it's like, You know that hot dog that you saw? There you go. You'll look like that now. Just red and uncomfortable.
I mean, that is also my life.
And greasy. But
So gross.
but
Too much.
But yes, our 3 heroes? Question mark. We don't know what they are yet. We know that they're kids. We don't know what they're going to become or even live. All hung out and heard about. Met up with 2 other children, Sally Jones and Charles Parker, where they pretty much were invited. They were all going to the Centralia Town Hall Halloween party. I think that's what it was called. It was a long name. But Sally was like, "Hey, let's sneak out and go to Cutter's Cabin, a local place that has mystery, folklore, and just scares everything out of kids because of just the history behind it." And so they sneak out, and we're actually right outside St. Ignace, about to step into the woods. And now I will play this music and hope it doesn't blast everyone's ears out, as I found a song that I think should loop, and I will find out in a couple minutes. How does that... Oh, it would also be good if I actually... that's... I will get to it in 1 second. There. Now you guys should be able to hear it.
Well, that's spooky.
There we go. So, let me know if it gets too loud or not, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good to me.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. So, I am looking for something. Okay. So, you guys pretty much step into the woods. Sally is leading the way with Charles, who has the flashlight, heading into these dark heavy woods. But the thing is, you guys are on a path. There's a small path kind of just snaking its way into the woods. And this flashlight, which actually, in early forms of the flashlight, the reason why it was called a flashlight is that they would actually flash rather than have the beam that we know of today. And so, even though, according to this time, that would kind of be old news, it's kind of just, or rather old technology. It is kind of something that Charles had lying around in his house and thought he could get away with taking it. So this kind of has this pulsing like light that kind of illuminates for about, like, I don't know how long it is in history, but I'm gonna say like it kind of flashes for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then it like shuts off for like 10-20 seconds as it kind of gains the energy to light up again. But
Reserves the battery.
so you're so that's, you guys are heading through there. There's as you left the festivities and bluegrass music that I found on the music site from the church, you head into these, as we were saying, these dark like pine trees. The ground is a little wet, like as it rained recently, and so there's not a lot of footsteps. But the thing is, you guys also realize that the temperature is dropping a little bit. So you guys are, even though you are dressed appropriately for this season, it's actually right around like 52 degrees. And Nite, if you want to do Celsius conversion in your head, you can. But you guys are heading into there, and you what is the order that you guys are coming in? Because there's the path is big enough where like about 2 or 3 of you guys could walk together next to each other, if you wanted, but like you guys can't all walk in a line. So I figured Sally and Charles are up front. Are the 4 of you guys just kind of behind them, or?
I would say Percival's probably up front with them as well.
Okay.
And Cora comes up to Caleb and and says, "Remember you said you'd hold my hand?"
Yeah, Caleb is holding hands and walking behind, just kind of nervously looking out in the woods, looking over his shoulder, making sure nobody's following him and stuff.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. And I want you guys to remember, because we're still all new to the system, if you succeed in a check that happens, make sure you mark it on your sheet, and then there will be an advancement stage later that you guys will be able to boost stats. So I'm going to let you guys decide. You guys, as you're walking through here, you can do either a spot hidden or a listen check, whichever one you would like to do, but you can only do one.
Listen. I'm looking for listen.
Yeah,
I think it's
There it is.
Listens
Should be
under
alphabetical.
languages.
And so this is each of us doing the check separately, or?
yeah. Each of you can do one of those options. So
all right.
it's like
I will
so just
do
yeah.
spot hidden because that's real high for me.
Yeah, I'll also do spot hidden.
Alright.
Caleb is also doing a spot hidden.
Oh
No
gosh.
problem.
All
And
right.
his-
Well,
His 66 did not succeed at the 25.
Well, if this was a different system, you would have failed critically. But we're not doing that system.
I got an 81 for a 45, so also failed.
Alright.
And I rolled a 91 on a 75, so also.
Ooh.
Wait, what was yours?
So my limit is 70, or my number is 75. I rolled a 91.
Okay. Yeah, so still not a problem. None of you guys critically failed. You only will critically fail if you roll, if you're under 50, you critically fail. I think if you roll 96 or higher, I think. And then if you are above 50, you only a 99 can fail. So, but yeah, so pretty much it's Oh, and by the way, there's something else that you guys can do, which you guys can spend luck if you want to. So you all should have a luck stat, and that is pretty much you can spend luck. And I'm not telling you guys to do this now, but just in the future stuff, you can spend that luck to pretty much regain. You don't have to roll it. It's just you spend it, and it diminishes over time. But when we actually get into the game proper, when there will be more rolls in check, we're going to be doing the bonus luck rolls. So, which we'll cover that when we get there. But yeah, you guys are looking around, and it's really dark, and none of you guys nothing's really sticking out. Like you guys can see like kind of the wind moving the branches, and everything, and like kind of just, especially Caleb and I gotta hit this button here so I can find your names. Caleb and Cora just in the back, just kind of catching like just the aura of the light, just kind of illuminating every couple of seconds. Just you see like the tall trees above you as the wind and the creaking. And Percival, you it's like you feel like you're getting ready to see something, but like every time your eyes kind of focus, the light shuts off, and you're like, oh, okay, and it gets annoying. But eventually, after a couple minutes, you guys you head through, and you actually come to an open clearing where you guys would all be familiar with this because there's benches and a large bonfire with all them facing there, and you guys know that normally in the summer months that St. Ignace they will bring kind of like a children's like camp or just something where they'll bring the kids down and kind of have some free food and some music and some fire, and it's just something for the kids. And they also do family nights here as well. And so you guys are all familiar with this area, as there's rows of logs that are on their side, and you just see these giant like ring of stones just where they would kind of make these giant bonfires. But now, as it's starting to get cold and closer to winter, like it's more just kind of wet and not super cleaned up, but yeah, you kind of just meet with this clearing, and Sally's just like, okay, well, look, we just gotta go behind where the bonfire is, and we should be able to find the path. It'll probably be a little farther in. They kind of like to close it off.
Sally, you don't know where we're going? I thought you said you knew.
No, I'm saying like the path, like the adults and everything, just to make sure that we don't go there, kind of closed off the path. So we just have to go down there, and it's just we'll just be a couple like a couple feet or two just to get on the path again. We'll probably, trust me. I snuck out here earlier, and I saw it. It's a little bit hard to see in the dark, but
you haven't even been there yet.
No, like no. Why would you come there in the day? I said we're all coming here together.
We're gonna get lost.
No, trust me. I listened to my sister.
I should have told an adult. This is such a bad idea.
Like, well, if you wanna go home, the path's there.
I can't.
Percival interrupts and says, "I bet I can find it," and goes and runs off into the direction where the path's at.
Percy,
It's like, yeah,
be careful.
And like Sally runs up with you. It's like, yeah, let's go here. And they run up, and yeah, if you want to make another spot hidden check, while you're doing that, Charles is like, yeah, I don't know, this is a little kind of intense, isn't it?
Yeah, really scary. Charles, why did you say yes?
I can't say no to Sally.
Of course you can say no to Sally.
No, like,
she's just loud.
Yeah, like, well, you guys wouldn't understand because you're in a grade younger, but she's like the only one that talks to me.
I talk to you.
Well, you're not in the same grade as me. We're in different classes and all that stuff. And quick reminder, because it was about a week when we played, that Charles and Sally are about a year older than you guys, so they're in the next grade, whatever grade equivalent, 9 and 11 or whatever they would be in. Like, oh no, I don't have a lot of friends, because like we just moved here and all that, and look, it's fine. Like, we'll just go see this dumb cabin, make her happy, and then we'll just go back.
Okay.
You know the way,
I'll
right?
go.
Yeah, she showed me, like, she brought up old maps and stuff. Like, there is a path. Like, this used to be like a trail towards like to like some of the logging stuff down here, and there's a path that's just, I don't know, as we said, the adults kind of don't want us going super far in the woods for whatever reason, but yeah, it's we should be fine.
We better hurry up.
Charles.
We better hurry up.
Charles,
Okay.
I'll be your friend. You don't need to let Sally push you around. I'll go with you, but you don't have to do that.
Well, they'll make a cool story when we're older, right?
I guess.
Maybe.
Do old people tell stories?
I don't know, it's my dad, he just drones on and on about how life was in the city, and now that he's here, I don't know.
Well, I guess we can be cooler adults then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. And Cora grabs Charles' hand too, so now she's like holding both Caleb and Charles' hand as we walk towards Percy and Sally.
Alright, so while that's going on, Percy, what did you roll?
I rolled a 92.
A 92. Ugh. Yeah, so like you go and you excitedly like run into the woods and like I correct me if I'm wrong, but are you like kind of being loud like as you're going through there, just kind of yeah, so like you're snapping branches, looking around, pushing things over.
Yep.
And yeah, like you're just looking around and like you actually like you like as you're kind of pushing stuff away, like you hear, hey over here, I found it. And like right like as soon as she calls out, you look like kind of look up, and then the light flashes on and you realize you're like right in front of a sticker bush, just like right about to just run right into it.
Percy does the like, he kind of like stops on his toes and does like that weird like balancing thing, trying to like keep from falling in.
Yeah, so it's like, I found it guys, quick. It's just, you gotta step over a few logs.
Percy looks over towards the voice and is like, "Where are you? I can't see you. Keep talking so I can find you."
Yeah, hold on. If we wait a few more, and then the light turns on, and she's like only like 10 feet to your left.
Okay. And Percy just kind of pushes through the forest, you know, just pushing the stuff out of his way to get there.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, she shows you guys like, hey, look, it is, and this path is not as well kept as the one you just went on. It's a little bit overgrown. Like you can see, like there's like there's like kind of grass and a few rocks and like definitely twigs where you can sort of see that there was a path here in the past, and it's just because it was so well traveled, it's still able to be like gone through. But there's still like it's still a little bit overgrown, and so you guys are making your way through. By the way, I just remembered we have I'm trying to remember everyone's costume. Let's not forget that everyone's in costume right now because you guys just came from a Halloween party.
I have beautiful face paint all over my face. Or not so beautiful.
Yes, you. I'm trying to remember. It was Percy's a baseball player.
Yep.
Cora's a painter. Caleb is a Amish vampire. Oh, and now I'm forgetting. I think
I've got them written down.
Someone was a scarecrow. I think Sally was a scarecrow.
Yeah, Sally was a scarecrow and Charles was a baker.
Yeah.
Baker.
Mm-hmm. And I remember the baker. I just couldn't remember what the last one was. And she's like, "Okay, guys, come on." And like the path at this point, it's you guys have to go single file. and she's like, she kind of looks like, I can go first unless somebody else does, but whoever goes first, they got to be okay holding the light. Is that okay, Charles? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. Just
Yeah, Charles, you stay back here with us.
yeah. So Sally will take the light and go first unless somebody else wants to lead the way.
Nope.
No, Percy will follow her, but he's fine letting her take the light.
Caleb will go after Percy and leave the bigger kid to cover the rear.
Cora's in between Caleb and Charles. Poor Charles.
Okay. No, but like, yeah, you can see that he. Well, what's your Oh shoot! Now I forgot what it was. Hold on. I'm gonna just make myself a character sheet right here, so that way I can see what everyone needs to roll here. So there we go. Let's see. It will be. What's your? I guess it would be. What is your? Like, do you have any skills in like psychology or spot hidden? Well, what do you have psychology?
I do have psychology. It's pretty low right now.
Yeah, me too. I've got it at 10.
Mine's a little higher. I'm at 30. Well, okay, then I'm higher than all of you. I'm at 35, but that is.
You know what? That's enough. Like,
Okay.
because he's not hiding it, and this is mainly just for Cora, because you can see kind of in the flashing of the light that like Charles looks a little bit comforted, and like he's holding your hand. He looks a little bit more confident and looks happier, and it's just like that he gained like he as you said, you'll be his friend, and so he looks happier and as he's moving forward through there. So yeah, so you guys are kind of single file heading through these woods, and at this point it's getting a little bit harder to see. So I need you guys all to make listen checks if you wish.
Okay. Ooh.
What number is that?
94.
It's under
94 under over the 20.
Okay, well that's still not a fail.
I rolled a 91.
That's a fail.
I
I don't
rolled
know why I
a
keep rolling 90.
I rolled
Right.
a 68 over a 40.
16 over 40. Okay. Yeah, so nobody failed critically. So yeah, same kind of noises you hear, like the creaking, and like at this point everyone's getting really quiet, like because you are leaving what you guys have known, and it's the wind seems to be picking up a little bit. You guys can feel like kind of the chill through like your jackets. Maybe nerves are getting a little bit higher at this point, but you guys continue making your way through, and like you just hear like kind of what sounds like creaking and like normal like kind of noises of the woods, of like trees and branches kind of like groaning in the wind and stuff. And as it seems like you guys been walking for forever, which probably was closer to like 15-20 minutes.
That's a long time.
It felt like hours, like because of just how dark it is and everything. Sally's just like, oh my goodness. Like she's like, guys, hold on, don't slow down.
What's wrong,
She's
Sally?
like, oh no, hold on, and she kind of leans over and like the light flashes and you see that there's like trees that look like they were cut down and they fell over the path, and like they look like old, slightly rotted, but they're just piled up. They're not piled up high or piled up in a way that is difficult to climb over. But she's like, yeah, okay, it looks like maybe something happened here, or
Do they
maybe
look like they were intentionally piled up, or they just naturally fell over?
like it looks like if you actually make a spot hidden. Wait, hold on, John. What is your spot hidden?
75.
75? Okay, no, you don't need to roll because you can see this already.
Okay.
You can see that the trees were cut, but it looks like this might have been something where the town was kind of gathering wood, like they might have been on a different path and just didn't realize they were covering up a path. It looks like they were kind of getting rid of just old kind of dead wood, and it's just kind of in your way. But it's like if you could walk around it if you so wish, but it's like at that point you're kind of getting into like thicker, heavier wood and just brush that is make your path difficult.
Okay.
But I was like, look, I think we should be able to make it over.
Percival, kind of walks up to the trees, just kind of like does a one of those appraising hand slaps on the wood, and is like, "Yeah, I can make it through this," and just starts to climb up through.
All right. So, I'm glad you said the word climb, because you guys should have a climb skill.
Sure do.
So here's two ways to do this. To get through this, you can either make a climb check or a dexterity check. Dexterity times 5. So if whatever one, just kind of to keep your balance as you kind of climb over these trees and make your way through.
So for a dexterity times 5.
So yeah, well, like it's whatever your score. Dexterity times 5 is like normally you'll have your number. Like if you remember when we made characters, it's that, and then when you multiply it by 5, and then that's what your dexterity stat is. Like
So I multiplied my 55.
No, if you already
I already have it. Yeah,
so
it's just
that's
55.
already the times 5.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that because that's a better number.
Same.
Same.
And sadly, that still did not succeed with 66 over 60.
You can use luck if you want to just make that a success. By the way, if you use luck to pass a skill, you do not mark it. By the way, just letting you guys also. I just remembered that.
Okay.
So,
I rolled a 4 under 60.
That's a hard success, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I rolled a 7 under 55.
Oh, is that a harder?
Well,
Is it-
that would
No,
be
no,
those
you-
would be
Not quite
extremes.
50.
Yeah, those would be extreme success. You know what? With those rolls, you know what? You guys help. You pretty much can help everybody else cross.
Yeah.
And like it kind of between those two things, like Cora, maybe you see Caleb like kind of slip a little bit, and you're like, well, no, like to your left, and like you are able to help him, and like between Percy just saying like, screw you guys, I'm going, and Cora just seeing where he's stepping, and you guys are everyone's able to get over pretty much unharmed and like without an issue. However, there's one other thing. As Percy, as you're climbing up, you're near like kind of the top now, like in the middle, and the light flashes, and you see a glint of light kind of below you to the like kind of to your right a little bit.
Like right kind of down, or like a ways away?
It's like in the wood pile.
Okay.
And the you see that, and like just because your spot hidden is so high, you see it again, and you see it's actually an axe. It's like a forgotten axe that's down there. It looks a little bit rusted, but if you want, you can grab it out, like, and pick it up.
Absolutely. Percy sees that and he's like, "Oh, cool!" And he immediately starts like moving towards it to try and grab it.
All right. Yeah. So the rest you guys come up as Percy turns around and like is illuminated holding this ancient-looking axe that like the wood has like kind of moss on it, and the head's a little bit rusty. Like it, or not a little bit. It is rusted, but it's not like pocked and all that stuff as heavy rust would be. But it still looks, it's probably a little bit blunt just from age and kind of being forgotten up here, but it's kind of like a little hand axe, like that's only like a foot long and stuff, and small head.
Percy's like immediately like, "Look at this awesome axe I just found," and then does the boy thing of immediately is chopping anything he can, pieces of sticks or hacking into the wood.
Where did you find that?
It was just laying right here. I saw it flash. It was right in the wood pile.
Is it
good.
sharp?
Sure.
Oh, good. You go first. You got a weapon now.
Just
I
don't
bet it
cut
was-
off your leg.
I won't. I bet it was whoever was cutting these trees down probably left it. It's probably just some old woodcutter's axe.
Like the woodcutter at the cabin?
Maybe. Maybe it's his axe. That's super cool.
Maybe it's possessed by a ghost. You better be careful.
Don't be lame. It's just a cool axe.
Also, don't
I
cut
think
off
it's-
your leg.
Yeah, I think it's possessed by Percy now.
Probably. Also, you're being so loud. You're gonna give us away.
There's nobody out here to hear us. It's fine. So Percy kind of turns away and then continues climbing up through the woodpile.
Yeah, and you guys make your way over the woodpile as well. Yeah, so you guys, you guys pretty much make it over the pile, and Sally's like, okay, hold on, let's wait for the light. There, and like the light flashes, and she's like, there's the path, and like you can see the path kind of. And there's like, it shouldn't be too much farther now. Like, it was only like should only be like another minute or two, and then we're there, according to the maps.
Okay.
I hope so. We've been walking forever, and I'm starting to get bored.
It has been a long time, Sally. You said this was only gonna take a few minutes.
Yeah, well, things look smaller on maps, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Can you imagine seeing my sister's face saying that, like, we went to the place? Okay, let's go. And she kind of, like, slides down the wood pile and, like, and starts on her way with the light. And,
Percy's like, I bet there are some other cool axes in there, so if you guys want your own axes, we should go.
We might
And
need them.
he follows right after her.
Okay.
okay. So, yeah, you guys are making your way, a little bit, and it's only, like, at most 3 minutes, and you guys can see pretty much like there's a clearing in front of you guys, and the moon actually is coming down and is lighting the area up a lot, like better than the actual flashlight is right now. Like, the clouds have opened up and the trees, like, and you guys can see, like, with the moon, like, the top of a roof of a wooden, like, weathered, worn roof, but in front of you is like this extreme overgrown brush and stuff, and Sally's like you, as you guys kind of like catch up to her, because I imagine she like kind of was like kind of rushing a little bit, like you guys can see, like, with the illumination of the moon, like, she turned off the light. She's like, guys, I'm not sure if I heard something.
What? What did you hear?
Percy's like what? Are you sure you're not imagining things?
I don't think I'm imagining something.
Well, what did you hear? What did it sound like?
It sounded like, I don't know, like talking, mumbling. I don't know. It was just weird.
Well, where was it
Chorus.
coming from?
Squeezes Caleb's hand harder.
It's, I don't know. Like, as I shut off the light, and like, I don't know, like at this point everyone's eyes are adjusting, and I don't know if you guys are talking softer now that she has said that, but at this point you guys have been in the woods long enough, and she ran far enough ahead, and you know what? Because you guys have been in the woods a little bit, and your senses are kind of becoming a little bit more heightened. Add 20 to your listen check, and make it that.
How do you?
So that makes a...
Oh, just
add it in
Or
your
you
head,
just
babe.
add? I gotcha.
yeah. It's just for this roll.
That makes a 10 under 40.
Okay.
I also got a 10 under 60.
I got a 27 under 40.
Alrighty, so, I'm trying to think. Did anyone get hard successes? I don't think anyone got extreme.
What's the percentage?
A hard would, hard is, I totally blanked out. I know extreme is 5%.
I think.
So I got a 6%.
Okay, so that would have been a hard. You got a hard success.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it's 25% is hard success.
So hard. I think hard is half, and the fifth is extreme. I think
Fifth
that's
is
how that
extreme.
works.
Yeah, I remember extreme. Yeah, okay, I couldn't remember hard. Okay, so 2 of you guys got hard successes then.
Okay.
And yeah, but you guys all hear what sounds like crunching of wood.
Get down,
Like,
get down, get down, get down. Percy, come back.
Yeah, and so like everyone, like I won't say what you there, but like Sally and Charles, they kind of duck down, and like they're like, oh my goodness, did you hear that?
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, and yeah, so you guys like kind of hear the crunching, and yeah, Cora and Caleb, you guys both hear kind of this, what Sally said, like this mumbling in the wood, like this kind of sounds like somebody's talking. And Percy, with your, once again, like you won't have to roll this, like, because now I assume you're on alert. You are the only one I can see kind of through the brush. You see someone in a dark cloak kind of walking in this opening.
Okay.
Toward, like, you can kind of spot through there and see the outline of the cabin. That's like here's the brush. You guys are kind of like here in the cabin. There's like some space between you and the cabin. Like it's in the middle of this opening.
Okay.
And yeah, everyone can hear like this as the, like, it looks like a door and a thud closes and there's and yeah, and then everyone can see this as a light, warm glow starts to become from the house, as it looks like something was lit.
Sally, I thought you said
Percy.
nobody was here.
There shouldn't be.
Is that the woodkeeper? Does he live here?
No, that's like over 100 years old. But do you want to find out?
I saw somebody
No,
with a cloak go into that house.
I think we should
Sally.
just go.
Yeah.
There's obviously someone
No,
here.
we gotta.
Sally, listen to me. Don't do anything dumb.
No, we gotta. And like you see, like she has this mischievous smile cracking all over her face. She's like, "You guys can stay here. I'm gonna go find out."
Sally.
And she looks at Percy and she's like, "Are you joining?"
Percy, don't you dare.
Percy's like, well, I'm not gonna let you go and see and not get
Percy.
to see. So
Percy.
of course I'm going.
No.
Okay. And so she's like, "Okay, well, if you guys are staying, we won't need the light. Here's the light." And she leaves the light with you guys. And she's like, "Okay." And she looks and is like, "Okay, we just need to pretty much just make it through this this brush here." And
Sally, listen to me. This is not worth a good story for your sister. We don't know what that is.
and I'm gonna find out. Look, what if it actually is someone dangerous, and then we could tell our parents.
Yeah, what
Can't
if
tell
it
our
is
parents
something-
anyway.
We're just gonna go and peek through the window. They're
Look,
not even gonna know we're there.
They don't
What?
even know we're here. We were yelling earlier. Do you think they're gonna like?
Yeah, so they
They-
might know that we're here and they're setting a trap. What if they
Okay.
eat kids? Sally, you cannot do this.
Look, no one eats kids except for like, I don't know, carnies or something. Like that's just ridiculous.
you
You don't know what he
You don't
is.
know
What
what
this
this
thing
thing
is.
Plus, I have an axe. We're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Look, we're
You
just
don't know
gonna
how to
look.
use it.
We're just gonna take a peek, okay?
No.
We're just, and you guys can stay here. We're gonna be in and out. We're not even gonna touch the cabin like we originally said. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna make sure. I don't know. Maybe it's a ghost. Who believes in ghosts? Look, we're gonna go. Okay. And she kind of just. Oh, go ahead.
And Percy's like, the babies stay here. The cool kids are gonna go look in the window.
Percy.
And Charles is like, I'm not a baby. And he's like, fine, I'm going too.
Charles.
I'm not a baby.
You're not a baby.
Percy looks at Cora and Caleb and is like, are you guys babies? Only babies are gonna stay here.
I'm very smart, and I'm gonna stay alive, thank you very much.
It's just an old man in a cloak. There's nothing to worry about.
Listen to yourself. Say that again. You're being dumb.
Percy
Caleb
looks
is...
at Cora and he's like, Cora is the baby. Cora is the baby.
Crosses their arms.
Caleb is just
Because
gonna...
you're being mean doesn't mean you're gonna change my mind.
Caleb is just gonna kind of sneak a ways behind them, kind of, so he can keep an eye on them without being seen from the house.
All right, and you actually, Caleb, you see while Percy and Cora were kind of bickering that Sally has opened up a small hole to go through this brush. He's like, "Okay, who's coming?"
Caleb has no
Percy
intention of
looks at-
actually getting any closer to this thing than
Yeah.
he has to, but he wants to see where they're at.
No problem with that. Like,
Percy, tells Cora, you can stay here, but then he looks at Caleb and is like, come on, Caleb, you're coming, right?
No, I am going to stay where I can see you and make sure that if something happens that I can at least tell somebody where you are.
Come on, Caleb. Think how cool you'll be when you can go back and tell this story. All of the big kids are gonna like us.
I don't need to be liked by the big kids. I've got friends here.
You do. Everybody wants to be liked by the big kids.
I want to be alive.
Come on,
though.
Caleb. Come on, Caleb. It'll be fine. You'll be with me. I've got an axe. It'll be fine. You don't want to stay back here with Cora and be a baby.
I would rather keep Cora company than get eaten by a monster.
Percy's fine. Percy gets exasperated. It's like, fine. Let's
come
go,
on, Percy.
Sally.
Yeah, let's go. And Charles is like, yeah, don't worry, and she like he looks at, of course, like, don't worry, I'll pull him back if it gets too much. Like, and like as you guys are passing, and like you guys step into the crowd, into the clearing.
Cora sneaks up with Caleb, so she's watching, but isn't gonna go any further.
You guys can see through the hole, and you guys step forward, and it gets super quiet, and even the mumbling that you guys heard is gone, and then but you hear this low and you got the only Percy and Sally and Charles hear this. It's and it's this kind of chant, and as you guys get closer and a little bit closer, you just hear Surge Lingdom Ignat Forostus, Surge Lingdom and Sent Forostus, Surge, and it keeps going and going. It's just and it gets louder to where now Cora and Caleb, you can hear Surging them in that Forostus swing, Surging them Forostus, Surging them Forostus, and then you hear this gust of wind, and it's dead silent. And we're gonna call it there.
Will we survive whatever this is? Find out next time.
Next week. Yeah. So, thanks everyone for listening. Well, for you guys, it'll be next week. Elizabeth is now remembering all the all the cliffhangers from the other games. Anyway, thank you, thank you guys for playing, and we'll see you in a bit.
See y'all next week.